The Walt Disney Company wants you to believe that they're going to have a heavy hand in helping build the Middle Eastern Disneyland that's going in Abu Dhabi. So, what did they do to prove that it's so? They did a video of a woman with blue hair speaking with a man with a lightning bolt earring, who, by the way, is the same Imagineer who destroyed Epcot. Yeah, that's probably not going to be so hot in terms of tricking those of us who pay attention. Sorry, Disney, we're not buying what you're selling in Abu Dhabi. Hello, folks. It is a swell day, and we're happy that you've come our way. Welcome back. We are recording from a studio in somewhere sunny USA where the sun is always shining, and you are causing us to glisten as you listen in to what we have to say. Today, we're going to talk about the Disney parks because we have an Imagineer who was part of the absolute debacle that is modern Epcot, destroyed the theme park, made it smell like sewage, no, seriously, and now he's supposedly going to be the main man, the guy in the lead. He's the foreman in charge of helping bring forth Disney's new theme park in Abu Dhabi. There's only one problem. It's a bunch of nonsense. Click the like button. Let's bring on the panel. And folks, in the comment section down below, let us know, what do you think? Is Epcot better or worse today than it was before Zach Ridley got his hands on it? Well, we got ourselves a genius, and he's heading over to the Middle East to fix all of Disney's woes, except, well, you know, don't believe it for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Disney wants you to believe that this man, Zach Ridley, is going to go over there to Abu Dhabi for their new Disneyland and design it all. Just too bad we think designing women probably had a better hand at this. Zach Ridley, promoted from Epcot Imagineering lead to Global Creative Strategy Executive for Walt Disney Imagineering. This is all the way back in 2023. We're bringing it to you for a reason, we promise. It's because we want you to understand that this man on the right side of your screen was in charge of destroying Epcot. Okay? Let's read it. I just want you to know, and then we'll show what it is he's up to right now, and it's Abu Dhabi. Zach Ridley was the face of the Epcot overhaul project, with the project wrapping up this year, 2023. To mixed results among Disney's most hardcore fans, no, it's to everybody. Ridley has announced that he has been promoted to the Global Creative Strategy Executive position within Disney Imagineering. Yay! Ridley was promoted to oversee the Epcot transformation in 2017, and he was the single accountable WDI leader for the Epcot project, including master planning, story and concept, detailed design, and delivery construction elements. He led a team of more than 500 members and 1,000 partners, and he failed. He failed. Now, it does bring up Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and I'm not inclined to lie. It's a great ride. It is. But everything else, well, the Spaceship Earthlights are good. But everything else really failed hard. Vash,
Isn't it funny that picture of him with Mickey, just scroll down just a second.
Oh, hang on, let me get back to it. Here we go.
Is full of water?
Yeah.
This is the guy that took the fountain out. He's going to Abu Dhabi because he came there for the waters, but they said, we're in the middle of a desert. He says, I was misinformed, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Vash, walk us through why people are not happy with Epcot and why some believe that this guy spent billions of dollars and made it a worse theme park.
Yeah, I see. Here's the thing, Zach Ridley, and while he may have managed the Epcot project and all of the guest spaces within that, I don't think he managed Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I think that went to lead producer, who was it? Wyatt Winter. So I don't even know if we can actually attribute that attraction to Zach Ridley himself, but. Suffice it to say, to work on Abu Dhabi, you couldn't find a worse person. If you look back at the Epcot project, it was 6 years or something like that behind construction walls right there, tore out everything that fans loved about Epcot, like the Fountain of Nations, for example, and replaced it with a planter. Zach Ridley, at least on Instagram, was more consumed about, hardscaping and ground coverage of services both inside and outside certain shops and facades and so forth. From the Epcot project, more than he was just about anything else. It was very bizarre. And when you look at what is it? Is it Community Court East? Is that right? That was taken down and demolished and destroyed, or is it West? I always get those confused. East.
Either
Okay,
way,
so
east is east, west is west, and the wrong one he has chosen.
Well, no, wait a minute.
well, they destroyed that whole structure right there because it was like, oh, we're going to go ahead and redo Epcot and bring it into a new generation. We're going to put this, huge, what is it?
The Commerce Tower. The Commerce Tower right there at the edge of World Showcase Lagoon. And then that never came to being, and they had to recreate, in much worse shape, by the way, Communicore East to make Communicore Hall. And that's really the mark, I think, of Zach Ridley. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to delay the what it is we're trying to get to on this, but I will say,
please,
this is the guy who designed the fireworks show at Epcot that was so bad they had to destroy everything to do with it in like a year and replace it totally. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to build the death tacos and the weird portal to, Hades thing out on the lagoon and then take it all back down again in like 365.
That doesn't sound very harmonious to me.
It does not.
By the way, they got rid of one of the most popular nighttime events in the parks for that bologna sausage. And it's one of those things that I blame this guy for. I blame this guy for 6 years worth of brown walls everywhere. This guy turned Epcot into Walcott, and we got nothing for it outside of some stinky fountain operations.
Can you
then here's the hook, guys.
Lost revenue from Illuminations? Goodness.
So here's the hook, guys. Here's what we're going to get to. Drew Smith at Drew Disney Dude says, Imagineer Zach Ridley discusses the new Disney theme park coming to Abu Dhabi. Quote, one of the first decisions we made as a company was to think, we're going to create a castle park here, a park that's based on our Magic Kingdom style of storytelling. Abu Dhabi is a city on the water, and so we're really excited about being able to incorporate water for the first time in the design of one of our castles, unquote.
Oh, so all those moats and things, they don't count?
Wait till they find out this thing's in the desert. I want to show you guys the comment. So Drew has a comment at the top. Then we've got somebody, Park Mind is excited about this, it looks like. But then as we go down, Ryan says, the man did such wonders with Epcot. Oh. DB says he should have resigned after the Epcot travesty. Jared says, ew, this guy still exists. You get the idea. Now, they have been very sneaky on this, Vash. There's audio back here that we can't play. So I'm going to turn on, no, it won't let me. Won't let me play this, turn on the caption. Okay, closed captions are not working. So what we'll do is we'll play it. Folks, I want you to see real quick. I want you to see the presentation that Disney Imagineering has decided they need to do before this goes to the Middle East. Just take a look at what we've got here. We have blue-haired woman talking to Zach Ridley. This is what they want to present to the Middle East. And I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? Everybody ready for the secret? Neither of these two people, and definitely not Zach, they're not making any decisions for Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is going to design this park. This is a farce. This is all, I don't want to call it a con job, but this is nonsense. We've already reported. Abu Dhabi is in charge of every bit of this, top to bottom. I can't remember the name of the company that's doing it. Vash, do you remember the name of the company that's in charge?
Morale.
Morale's going to do the whole thing. Imagineering can come in and give them some little ideas. That's why they've got a Disneyland castle as the model. Because this is just nonsense. This isn't real. It's just fluff with blue hair.
There's no way. One of the reasons being is because Morale is going to want this park to succeed and not just suck. So,
careful.
Look, first of all, I don't understand. I'll be honest with you. Even with the new Disney look standards, I'm pretty sure blue hair isn't allowed.
It was always different for Imagineering around. Always different with executives and so forth. It was only the in-park cast members that had to abide by Disney look standards, and some cast members were actually they didn't like the difference there.
Dude's got a lightning bolt earring, talking to a blue-haired woman for a project going in the Middle East that in reality neither of them is going to work on. I mean, we are like in Inception levels of fake. This is just bizarre.
It's very bizarre. I will say this. Look, the one thing that I like about the Epcot overhaul is that the front entry plaza was restored to very similar to what it was when Epcot opened with that new, which is odd because they were able to do the new fountain thing in front of Spaceship Earth, but to put no water behind it. Once you pass Spaceship Earth now, you're like, where the heck am I? It feels like you all of a sudden walked onto a college campus and you're in the quad. It really, really does. It's like grassy
not that
stuff.
Nice. It looks like the Pomona Fairgrounds. It really and really truly does.
Yeah.
Go there sometime and you'll see.
It's awful.
Culture specifically, as you get ready to hop in, I just want you to talk about, this isn't a Disney theme park in terms of like Disney doesn't own it.
No.
Disney isn't going to design it. Disney isn't going to operate it. Disney is licensing their stuff to another company, Moral, and Moral makes every decision. So, Culture, why are they faking it so badly?
I really don't know. They're trying to get credit for it. They're trying to get some of their ideas in here. This should be making them very unpopular with the very people that they're trying to like impress and virtue signal to, because Abu Dhabi is a nice place to go, but it's not a place that you're going to get a lot of travelers going to, especially those that are, the subjects you're trying to virtue signal to. These people don't tolerate the rainbow. They don't tolerate a lot of stuff. And you know what? It's part of their culture. It's perfectly acceptable. But the fact that Disney's doing this, and believe me, they have to be careful about who they select to go on these adventures, because something crazy weird can happen. Like you could have, 2 ounces of a Colombian marching powder and you're in jail for a decade.
I will make one fearless prediction about this.
This recently happened. I'm not making a joke.
Yeah, sure.
I know.
I will make one fearless prediction. Among the many IPs out there that they could buy into to put in this new park, Katz's Deli in New York will not be one of them.
No, you're not going to get anything that even hints at, one particular religion at all, if any. And I've got a question. Is this failure that they're sending over there to try to, consult on this? Does he understand that there's, going to be people like wanting to do prayers and things like that? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in this
But
park.
remember, Culture, they boycotted states in the United States, would refuse to go work there. They would not go to Florida. Don't you put us in Florida. But they're more than happy to pretend that they're going to Abu Dhabi. The other thing, folks, we got to say at the end of this is, listen, Disney's going to make a lot of money off this theme park.
You bet.
Because they're not building it. And they're not operating it. They're not running it. But Moral is going to pay them for the licensing rights. Year after year after year. They're going to get billions. So if Disney would just be honest and come out and say, we're making a lot of money by selling the mouse, I would have a lot more respect for them than faking this. Now, is Zach going to go over there? Sure he is. Is he going to sit in the rooms with them? Sure he is. Are they going to politely listen to him? They are. Is he going to have any influence whatsoever in what they actually do? Not a chance.
He's there to facilitate design. He's there to facilitate the construction and maybe do some Imagineering touches along the way. But like you said, bro, I mean, I think this is really going to be dictated by Moral. That's why the Moral CEO is at Imagineering.
What do you think?
Go ahead.
No, Matt Vash, I was just going to ask, do you know if the Moral people understand shape language?
That's a good point right there. That's a good point.
That's going to be extremely important, is the shape.
That's what you need those expertise there, Ron, to really facilitate that just amazing design language, like shape language.
So can I offer you guys one final thought before we go on this?
Please.
What if going and pretending to be a Disney Imagineer really impacting this theme park is the place that you would put the worst among them? What if it's the safest place to put somebody who is terrible at their job? And thus, Zach, the Epcot man himself, had to go to pretend that he is doing big things over in the Middle East when, in fact, he's going to be more like an office ornament. What do you guys think about that?
This is an interesting idea, Pro, because remember the investments that they're making in their parks domestically, those have to perform. Like they don't have a choice now. They have to be able to make those $60 billion worth of investments, or really it's more like $30 billion worth of investments. I believe Imagineering, this was done like a decade ago or so, but they don't bankroll a project unless it's guaranteed to make its money back in 5 years. So those have to overperform. So sticking Zach Ridley with the morale guys to facilitate construction, while maybe your, I would say, better Imagineers actually facilitate or the design and construction of some of your domestic investments, I think there's something to be said there, because Disney makes money either way with this morale theme park, whether it's good or not.
And this is why. This is why when they have him in the video, he points to the castle, Disneyland Castle. They have pictures of the Magic Kingdom Castle. They have nothing on Abu Dhabi. And when they talk about what it is they might do in Abu Dhabi, he says, we've never done stuff with water before. We might try that this time. Water. Who would have thought it? Real deep stuff. Lou, let me give you the final word on this. Your thoughts on Abu Dhabi and the silliness of what Disney is trying to do to create the image that they're really, really orchestrating it all, when in fact, it's just a money grab. Hand it off, slap our characters on whatever you're going to do, and let's get out of this thing.
Well, Disney lies a lot. That's my summation. This is a company that lies and lies and lies and lies and lies, and it's their nature, as the saying goes. And this is all to make up for the fact that they've killed their core business in Orlando and won't even begin to catch up for 5, 6, 7 years. And meanwhile, this is going to pay the bills. That's right. All. That's all.
And in this video they show there's not a single thing none of this. There's not a single thing they're showing that has anything to do with Abu Dhabi, except he says, water. We might try that. Never done that before, eh? Put this baby to bed. This video is over. Turn off the lights, but not quite yet, folks, because we do ask one final thing before we say goodbye, and that is, would you consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Also greatly appreciated, anytime you would like to share this out on your favorite social media platforms, well, we would love that. And we'd also love to hear your thoughts. Folks, drop a comment down below and use that beautiful mind of yours. If you would not mind, we'd love to know what you're thinking. Also, if you would like to become a member of the channel, it's as simple as clicking the join button. It is the price of a soda per month, and you'll gain access to all kinds of new, cool, exclusive information. Folks, until the next time we have the honor of spending time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona. Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.